I know this is heavy. But yeah, I will definitely want to tackle that.
So that will be like
that will be the GX and 5Ds essentially. Yeah. I would like to do a 5Ds thing before I did that, just so I can establish those characters. But GX, as far as I'm concerned, I would like Shady to do Jaden in that.
Oh, of course.
Because he's an incredible.
Because the 5D, the reason I've been pushing him so much about 5Ds is because I have watched a little bit of that show, and immediately I think, what would Martin do to these characters? What would Martin do to these crazy, multicolored haired psychopaths, these little green twin people or whatever? So,
he will only do bad things.
Only.
Yep. Can you, in Tristan's voice, can you say cows go quack like sheep?
Cows go quack like sheep.
They do?
Yeah. There was a running joke I had with a friend of mine that Tristan was actually mortally afraid of cows. Because there was a commercial for calcium, for like cheese or something, where they basically showed if you don't have enough cheese or milk, your bones get all brittle, and then they showed a cow kicking a guy in the face. And he looked exactly like Tristan, so I tried to yeah, he had the hair. And it was like, he was like a very young, essentially, Tristan, so I thought maybe this happened to Tristan in his childhood. And so ever since then, he's just developed a phobia of cows.
Awesome commercials up there.
Yeah, seriously.
No, the UK has, hello Tyrannosaurus Alan, if that's not a sign of good adverts. Come on.
Pick the guy in the hat. He's the one who's
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Did you say you needed water up there?
Oh, wait, did you drink out of it?
No.
No!
No.
You backwash! Thank you then.
Can I ask you a question then?
Yeah.
Are you particularly afraid you might get like sued even though you're on a different website now, you're not on YouTube? But...
Suing is always a problem, but I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, I believe we're doing more good than we are doing damage to people. And it would be very, I think, as soon as somebody says to us, okay, cease and desist, we are going to come after you if you continue this, as far as I'm concerned, it would be over at that point. Because there is no point in pushing something like this. We're not doing this to go, F you to the system or anything like that. We're doing this to make people laugh. And if we can make people laugh in very many different ways, and it's not worth going to court and getting, sued, up the bum.
And I'll say this too, as an industry professional, quote unquote, they don't care. Honestly, I mean, anything like this, in general, not even just Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, any stuff like that online, they don't care. They really don't.
Dude. There has been some stuff that I've seen that proves that Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge has been selling DVDs, and if you noticed, Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 is now back on TV.
Yeah.
Apparently, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge may have had a direct effect on that happening, so that's, I'd honestly say that's more help than harm.
So,
if you do a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's parody series, do you promise not to give Jack Atlas an Australian accent?
Oh my day, promises!
well, if you watch the trailer I did for the 5Ds, I think the anniversary movie, he has a line and he goes, "Children's condoms on motorcycles!" And there was no Australian accent there. I don't know if I would end up using that. One idea I had for Jack Atlas, and I don't know how many of you are aware of his, he's a very famous guy, regardless of his significance in the wrestling industry, but Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes.
I thought we had Jack Atlas. Oh, yeah, kind of thing. I thought that would make it good. Can I do you say? I can't, because that's involves swearing.
We don't care! Woo!
Do it! Do it!
Peer pressure.
In the trailer, the original line was, "Oh my God, that's so fucking metal." And the way I envisioned it said, I ended up giving it to somebody else, Semi Soma, and just because he was online, I thought, I want to do this as a group thing. But originally the voice was going to be, "Oh my God, it's so fucking metal!" I like the motorcycles because of all the metal. Yeah,
Which I thought was brilliant. If anything, that was another like, please do 5Ds, please, because that's hysterical.
It was either going to be that, or you say for every episode, would just say,
Hang on, Jack Atlas. I'm coming.
Yeah, the version
on your face.
Why would you do that? Yeah, we went to the premiere of the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Yes.
And I don't believe it exists in the finished version, does it?
No, it does, but they changed it to "Look out, New Domino City, I'm coming."
But originally, the line at the end, which made, because it was a packed screening, and it was the dub version, they had the voice actor for Tristan in attendance, because he does the voice for Yusei. And we were all watching it, and we were all going crazy, because it was, everybody kind of knew that I was there.
And you were doing voices during
I was doing voices during the screening, during the big premiere, which had the actual producers of the show in attendance and everything. And I was sitting there just chuckling away because I'm a 5-year-old apparently.
The Japanese representatives were like,
They were angry.
Who is this American?
Yeah.
Why do we mock my squeak?
You really can't do impressions, Craig. Yeah, at the end of the episode, it was like it was supposed to be a big dramatic moment, and Yusei's looking out at the city, he goes, "Look out, New Domino City." No, he says, "Look out, Jack Atlas, I'm coming." And everyone laughed, just went in hysterics. And when that episode aired on TV, it changed it to "Look out, New Domino City."
there was a couple of, I think Ushio was still Ushio.
Yeah, something like that. But there were a few changes from when they screened it. They didn't have an opening at the time because they did an online competition for what the theme song should be. So originally the opening was just sort of the logo with a guitar riff, and it was kind of bland. But we also got in a lot of trouble because they did a Q&A, a very brief Q&A, because the panel was delayed a little bit, and I went up to ask a question.
The last question of
The last question of the panel. And as soon as I say, "Hi, I'm Little Kuriboh," the entire panel, the audience just goes into just...
You got to Little Kuri.
It's on YouTube,
For
so
about,
you can't make
about
out a single
3
word
minutes,
they're saying.
and there's people screaming, and this guy dressed as Tuxedo Mask in the front row gets up,
Oh, no.
turns around, turns it back on the 4Kids executive and the Japanese producers, and bows to me.
And they probably had no idea what the hell was going on.
Yeah. And I asked Tristan's voice actor to say, "My voice gives me super strength."
He had no clue.
He had no idea what I was talking
He
about.
was so confused, like, what do you want me to say? What?
And everyone in the room was cheering at it, and he's like, "Wait, what is this?"
So confused,
It was
I'm
a-
Corey's dad.
It was a very odd situation because as soon as we left the panel, you heard that we were in big trouble, and you were worried that we would get home and we'd have like cease and desist letters waiting for us.
I was ready to okay, it's done. We're over. It's
Yeah. But
white flag.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it died down. We didn't really produce any new content for about a month after that. So
Yeah,
they
we were
just sort of
flying
forgot.
low.
I think they just forgot about it. So.
Yeah.
We got fish to fly.
No, actually, Upper Deck has not forgotten about it because
Well, Upper Deck aren't involved anymore.
yeah. But actually, I still get teased about it when I talk to
Yeah.
our contact there. So yeah.
Other people have
So-
questions?
Yeah.
Do you think that there's really much a difference between anime fans in the UK and anime fans here?
No, I don't think there's that much difference. I mean, anime fans in the UK are more hard up for conventions, to be honest. That's the only real difference. I think they will travel a much longer distance to get to a convention over there because we just don't really have any big ones. We have very small ones spread out across the country, but we don't have anything like this. We don't have anything like anime, like SakuraCon or anything like that. We don't have anything that even comes close to matching something like this in size or in like the celebrity guests that they get. Like mostly it's like sci-fi conventions or comic book conventions that will also have voice actors there. But anime-specific conventions, they're very, very low-key. I mean, I would be shocked if we had this many people in like the entire convention sometimes, you know. But there's not. Everybody is just as passionate all over the world. I think it's just a case of in the UK, it's only just really kicking off. It's only becoming like a really big thing recently. It's caught on, and hopefully we get a bigger convention, a bigger representation, because it really is. I mean, everybody knows what it is now. It's not something that you pass around a bootleg VHS on the school ground anymore. Everybody knows.
To add to that, yesterday you were talking about you guys really only got like 3 or 4 shows
Yeah.
at the time, and
Yeah.
now it's starting to get everything else.
Like in like 1990, you'd be looking to get like 4 different series at the time, and it was like it was the thing that